For the second straight night, protesters have gathered outside of a fraternity house on KU's campus. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brad Stevens. Carolyn has the night off. Protesters are targeting Phi Kappa Psi following a report of a sexual assault. KCTV5's Emily Rittman is live in Lawrence, where the crowd is still very active right now. Emily?
Brad, we'll give you a look at the size of the crowd right now. You can see that they are still chanting at this hour, and protesters say they want to make sure that all reports of sexual assault are thoroughly investigated and perpetrators are held accountable if they committed a crime. They are also showing support for the person who reported that they were sexually assaulted at the fraternity.
Whatever I wear, wherever I go, yes means yes and no means no. Justice! No!
Tonight, protesters chanted.
Show support for all of the Jane Does and the John Smiths out there who, have experienced sexual violence and trauma.
I'm a recent graduate, and I have known many people on campus that have experienced sexual assault and rape, and no one really listens, no one really does anything, and a lot of people don't come out because of that reason. And I think it's really important that we address these issues on campus and see that people are held accountable.
Protesters tore down tape that surrounded Phi Kappa Psi and took over the front lawn of the fraternity for a second night.
I think a lot of what we're doing is opening an avenue for people to come forward with what they have, feel empowered that there will be a community there for them, and force the university to actually put the systems they have to work.
A spokesperson for the University of Kansas said, quote, "The university takes seriously all allegations of sexual violence and has robust processes to investigate such allegations," end quote. Lawrence police confirmed they are aware of a possible sexual assault. A police spokesperson said, quote, "In order to protect the privacy of victims, we do not comment or provide details about sexual assault incidents or their associated investigations." According to a written statement from Phi Kappa Psi, the allegations involve a new undergraduate member and reportedly happened at the chapter house on Saturday, September 11th. An online petition calling for Phi Kappa Psi to be banned has more than 15,000 signatures at last check. Police say that they did not make any arrests at a similar protest on Monday. So far tonight, we have only seen one issue, and that occurred when a very small group of protesters walked by with an anti-Biden sign. The protesters then approached them and asked why they were coming to a protest about sexual assault. Some of the protesters tried to tear down that flag. Officers quickly got involved and separated the groups, and it did not appear that anyone was arrested or taken into custody.
No excuse for violent men.
Excuse me, and so it did not appear that there was any arrest for that small circumstance there towards the end of the protest. Reporting live, Emily Rittman, KCTV5 News.
Emily, thank you. And if you are a survivor of sexual assault, there are resources available. The number for the National Sexual Assault Hotline is 1-800-656-HOPE. And we have additional resources in Lawrence with this story on the KCTV5 News app.